Okay, and we are ready to go in 3, 2, 1. This is Life is Leet episode 33 for Monday, March 23, 2015. Hello everybody, welcome back to Life is Leet. This is a podcast of nerds yelling at microphones about things. I am Jesse Hanna, and joining me tonight, as always, is my co-host and younger brother, Aaron. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty alright.
Awesome. Well, if you're watching our live stream, which probably none of you are, I don't think anyone actually is right now, but if anyone happens to stumble upon us, who has been here before, you may notice that we're streaming using Twitch now, because YouTube decided to take a big fat dump right in the middle of our stream last week, and only about half of the episode ended up in the YouTube video. So we're gonna see if Twitch is any more stable, any more reliable than YouTube was. And of course, tonight is the day that Twitch gets hacked and everyone has to reset their passwords and stream keys.
Don't jinx it.
And their chat server is down right now, but we're not using Twitch chat anyway. Our primary chat is still the exact same. In the exact same place as always, at lifeisleet.com/live, little chat widget there below the video window. So that hopefully will be the only change, is just replacing the video widget in the live stream page. But if you do want to follow us on Twitch, we're at twitch.tv/lifeisleet. That's LIFEISLEET.com. Or like I said, as always, the live stream will be at lifeisleet.com/live. So let's see if this works. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, I want to try to make up a bit for how sleep deprived I was on the last episode. Was I sleep deprived. I somehow completely missed the news that they announced at PAX East that Blizzard announced at PAX East with their whole Overwatch deal that they did there, that the beta is coming, in their words, in fall 2015. And since then, they've announced that BlizzCon is happening on November 6th and 7th. So it could be before BlizzCon, it could be after BlizzCon, we don't know yet. All we know is fall 2015. So that could be any time from September to almost the end of the year. We don't know yet. That's really all that we know. So I'm kind of thinking it'll be out right around BlizzCon, if not an announcement at BlizzCon saying, "Hey everyone, the beta's live." They could very well do that. So we'll see. They'll announce a date at BlizzCon, if not the fact that the beta is going live during BlizzCon, is my guess. But anyway, was I sleep deprived last episode? I don't know how I missed that. It just went completely past me. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, moving on now to the stuff that we actually want to talk about this week. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, or I think it was on our last episode, that for the first time in a little while, I went back and popped in some of my older, I say older, but some of the other Pokemon games for the Nintendo DS, Black, White, Diamond and Pearl, some of those. Just basically to see what event or legendary Pokemon I had in there that I could bring up to Generation 6, to X and Y. And I've actually started playing through White, and I'm going to play through Black 2 again. But the one thing that really stood out to me the most was that in Generation 4, it's Diamond and Pearl, the user interface it's not good. It seriously is not. It really doesn't hold up. Those were the first games for the DS, the first Pokemon games for the DS, and they had no idea what to do with the bottom screen. It's basically just the battle menus, random junk. There was some kind of cool stuff with the Sinnoh Underground, but really the only other useful thing that they did with the touch screen was the item finder. The start menu was still on the top screen. It wasn't until Heart Gold Soul Silver that they put the menu on the bottom screen, which is the single single best thing that they brought back to Generation 6 was the always available menu buttons in on the touch screen. And even the graphics and UI in Heart Gold Soul Silver hold up a lot better than Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum did. But Generation 6, X and Y, and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are such a massive leap forward in graphics compared to Black and White. Even the difference from Generation 2 to 3, that was the biggest leap before. But the difference from 5 to 6 is bigger even than that was. And I've always said that, or I've said before, that Generation 5 to 6 is the biggest leap forward in just the look and feel and aesthetic of the games since Generation 2 to 3. It kind of struck me going back to those older games how dated really the sprite and tile-based graphics look. Is still grounded very much in the original Ruby and Sapphire look and feel of those games. But the story and the region in Diamond and Pearl are good. The music is my favorite route, like traveling, walking between places, music in the entire series. I want to hear it redone in the full Aura style, Generation 6 style instrumentation. The originals, though, are just so dated now that they deserve the same treatment as Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire to do justice to the material. Aaron, how long has it been since you've gone back to any of those games? Have you gone back to bring any Pokemon up through Poke Transporter?
It's been a while. I don't remember, to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
It may have been like more than about a year ago, if not a little more.
Yeah, and it had been at least a couple of years since I had started up any of those games. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, any of those. And like I said, I really just wanted to check on what legendaries I happened to have sitting around that I could bring up through to my current games, just for fun and to try to fill out the Pokedex. But it just struck me so much how dated the UI looks that it really needs work. I really do. Our mutual friend Jill, Bluefire, when she's in the chat room, she's been saying that she thinks that Diamond Pearl remakes are on the docket for Generation 7. And I wasn't entirely convinced until I went back and started those games up again, because it's almost painful how big a contrast it is between those games and what we've got. We've been so spoiled with the full 3D, glorious, full modeling, character modeling in Generation 6 that it's hard to go back. And Generation 4 is really good. I really want to see it get the same treatment that Ruby and Sapphire
I agree.
did.
I like Generation 4 a lot, but it needs an update. Probably won't happen soon, but
yeah. Well, we're on schedule for the main series Generation 7 games to come out this year if they follow the same pattern they have with the last couple generations, 5 and 6. There haven't been any announcements yet for regarding Generation 7, or even announcements of announcements. There have been some sketchy rumors and prognostication, and nothing really at all newsworthy or that I think is really worth discussing in any detail. But we really haven't heard anything yet about Generation 7. X and Y were announced in January 2013 and released that October. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire were announced last May and released in November. So we're still pretty much right in the window of when they would announce any upcoming games that are coming this year.
We'll see.
So yeah, we'll see. We don't know yet if we're going to be getting anything this year.
For Generation 7, I doubt we'll get it this year.
Yeah, I really don't know. If they were announcing a new generation, I'd think that they would have announced it by now, because they announced X and Y so early in the year that they were put out. and they're not well unless they do happen to go straight to Diamond Pearl remakes, which is a possibility, unlikely, but could happen. But I really don't know what they're gonna do, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I do hope that they end up giving Diamond and Pearl the same treatment as Ruby and Sapphire, because I've been thinking about going back and playing those games anyway. I've
Yeah.
just been feeling nostalgic for the older games. I still need to beat Red in Soul Silver. I still haven't finished either Black 2 or White 2. Like I said, I've been playing through White just to play through that story again. I I'd really have to say that it's thanks to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that I'm more into Pokemon now than I have been in a very long time, and that's saying something because I've always been into it, but man, those games have got me sucked all the way back in. I'm completely sold all over again.
Mm.
Anyway, that's pretty much my rant for the week. I didn't really have any other topics that I wanted to talk about, but Aaron, there are a couple things that you wanted to go over. It looks like.
Yeah. So, first thing is Heroes of the Storm. So I got into the beta for it last month after fruitlessly trying a couple times to get a beta key. And I have finally had the chance to play it extensively last week because it was my week off.
Yay, spring break.
Yeah. Coming from, I was playing it on my laptop and it was a little laggy, but now that I actually have the ability to play it on my desktop.
Yeah.
Coming from, now, I don't have very much, I have very limited MOBA experience. Read that as some League of Legends and some AI matches in Dota 2. But this game is actually pretty, and I never really got into those games, but this game is actually pretty fun. It's basically a good starting MOBA. If you're looking to get into the genre, but League of Legends or Dota just looks way too complicated. There are a few reasons for that. Talents instead of items, which basically kind of streamlines things a little bit. Some people might argue, "Oh, that's bad," but really, it kind of isn't.
Yeah.
um,
I when I've played, I haven't really played any League of Legends or Dota. I've played a couple other MOBAs though that are very much the builds are very much item based, very dependent on what items you buy right out of the gate and what item upgrades you buy. And I do like the talent system in Heroes so much better. And I'm coming from
yeah,
pretty much the same position you were of basically no MOBA experience to speak of. I some Warcraft 3 maps just that I played casually in the computer lab in high school, but that's really it for me
mm,
as well.
yeah,
So yeah, I agree with you on that, definitely.
yeah. There are multiple maps, each with their own different little gimmick and objective that each of the teams can do in order to get themselves a leg up on the enemy on the other team, which basically makes it so that you can come up with some different strategies for each one based on what character you're playing, based on map size, etc. Um, there's team leveling as opposed to individual leveling. Basically, basically everyone on a team gains levels at the same time, which promotes a little bit more in the way of like actually playing as a team, unlike in other MOBAs where there's the possibility of one guy just sitting in the back AFK and then the other players are just working.
Well, that is still a thing that happens sometimes in Heroes though, but
Oh yeah.
it's not quite as big. It's not quite as punitive, and they also have measures in place to take care of players who are chronic AFKers.
But yeah, there's a lot of different things that make this game a much more simplified MOBA in comparison to others, and a lot more easier to get into. It's what I like to call the Smash Brothers of MOBAs, meaning that it's an easy game to get into with a particular genre. That and it's a big crossover.
Yeah, that's actually a really good analogy for it. I hadn't
It's
really
Super
thought of that
Smash
like
Brothers
it.
Blizzard
It
MOBA
is.
Edition.
It is really like Super Smash Brothers, except Blizzard.
and
But
accept MOBA instead of straight up fighting.
well, what Blizzard are best at is taking a genre of game, be it MMOs with WoW or uh, RTS with Warcraft, Starcraft, card games. They've done with this with Hearthstone. What they do is they take a genre of game and distill it down to just what you need to make that genre ridiculously addicting and fun,
Yep.
and polish the hell out of it until it shines, and then they just make all the money because they're so good at distilling things down to what makes them fun. They got rid of items because it's just a fiddly little thing that you have to buy this exact set of items, or you get yelled at and called every profane, insulting name in every single language every 5 seconds. Don't like that? Okay, then just talents. Pick the ones that you want, play the way that you want. They still do have kind of a challenge in front of them of getting them balanced, but it's just so much better because it's the parts of it that make it fun, and they get rid of all the stuff that's unnecessary. They don't really care about the tradition of the genre. They just care about making it fun and making a game that they want to play and making a game that people want to play, and they do a hell of a job of it. I've been in since the alpha of Heroes, and I haven't played as much as I've wanted to, mostly just because of time. But like I said, coming from basically the same position as you of being a complete uh, MOBA noob, I really felt like I've been able to jump right in. I really haven't played any multiplayer yet, but and there are some people in the Heroes community who do come from more of the we'll call it more of the League of Legends or Dota mindset approach to other players. But there are also ways to because of that crossover with other Blizzard communities. There are also a lot of great people in there. There's an unofficial AIE channel in chat channel in Heroes. If there's the Into the Nexus podcast, which is a great Heroes of the Storm podcast. I really recommend if you're looking to get into Heroes at all, any in any depth. But they've got a chat channel in there with incredibly helpful people who are always ready, always willing to group with and help out new players, and just get people into the game and having fun. There is
Ideas. No.
but so there is a lot more opportunity for that in the game as well, and Blizzard have just done such a great job of making the MOBA genre approachable, able for someone who with no experience in it to speak of, able to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
They've done a great job with it.
And if I ever do actually like stream anything, this might be the game that I go to for like streaming on sometimes.
Yeah, it's become a pretty popular streaming game. Scott Johnson, I know, streams every once in a while. He and a few other people in podcasting and webcomicking have done some streaming of it. I've thought about doing some streaming of it if I manage to start getting back into it. Most of my streaming has been either stuff on my PS4 or Hearthstone lately, and that hasn't been very much streaming at all anyway. But if I've been thinking the same thing, so maybe we could do that sometime. Maybe start up a Heroes stream sometime. I think that'd be fun.
Anyway, speaking of Smash Brothers, as I mentioned earlier,
Yes.
I said I would talk about this for a few weeks now, and I'm finally actually delivering on it because
Woohoo.
I'm lazy. But yeah, Smash Bros. Came out during the long, not hiatus
Yeah.
that our show had. Um, and I've been playing and enjoying the crap out of it. It is a lot of fun. Um, there's both 3DS and Wii U versions. There's a few differences between them, mainly stuff like different maps, different game modes. versus portability that the 3DS has. Um, I don't really know what else to really say about it. It's Smash. The 8-player Smash on Wii U, absolutely chaotic, great fun with friends.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, it is. It's absolutely crazy.
Now, I
Um,
do like that you can use the 3DS as a controller for the Wii U version. That is pretty neat.
yeah, the Wii U version has a bunch of different controller options. Like they made an adapter for GameCube controllers,
Yes,
which I
which
which most people will say is hands down the best Smash controller. I don't have an adapter for it myself, but
I've heard
whatever.
that it's basically impossible to find, or it was like right after it came out.
Yeah,
But that makes total sense that it would be so popular because that's the GameCube controller is the perfect controller for those games.
yeah. Uh, but yeah, pretty much if you own a Wii U, this game is basically a must own. Go out and buy this game. It's great fun to play by yourself. It's great. It's even better fun with friends. Uh, it's got a great roster. Yeah,
I have a lot of I've always played Pikachu in the Smash Brothers games, but Lucario is a lot of fun too.
I'm personally always really feeling it.
Yep.
None of you probably got that joke. Anyway, but that's it for me. Smash Bros. Great game. Thumbs up. 10 out of 10. A would side B off the edge again. It's self destruct.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I really hadn't sat down very much with Smash Bros on the Wii U, but I did a little bit this past week, and that game's a lot of fun. I'd have to say that if you need if you to decide to buy a console need to have 3 games to play on it, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Super Mario 3D Land
For me,
are
my three would be Smash Bros, Hyrule Warriors, and Bayonetta 2, but that's just me.
okay, but
Mario Kart would be also on there too, maybe.
yeah, but that's 5 games right there that are just excellent games available for the Wii U. So if you need at least like a core set of 3 to 5 games for a system to decide, okay, I'm gonna go in because I think this system is going to have enough games for it to be worth it for me to get it. The Wii U definitely qualifies in my opinion. It's there's good stuff on there, and I think even just those 3 or 5 that we mentioned will be more than plenty for someone to uh, get their money's worth out of the Wii U. And
Yeah.
Personally, I've been going through. I've been playing a fair amount of the online multiplayer in Mario Kart. That's so much fun. So maddening when you get blue shelled from behind and lose on or fall to like 3rd or 4th place on the last lap because that bastard Metal Mario back in 11th place threw a shell at you.
Hmm.
It's but so maddening, but so fun. That Mario Kart game is the best one that I've played. The Wii U definitely deserves to be. If they hadn't dropped the ball so badly on the marketing and getting the good games out for it, the Wii U would definitely be doing a lot better than it is. So it's
Yeah.
just kind of depressing. But there's good stuff for it right now. There's definitely reasons to buy the Wii U. So if you've been on the fence about it, I'd say go get it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, I think that's gonna just about do it tonight. Not a real long episode. We just wanted to get one out because we were delayed a couple of days getting this one recorded because real life, spring break, all sorts of stuff happening. So we just wanted to get an episode out because we are here for you, the listener. We are here to serve your every listening whim, except not really. I don't even know what I'm saying. Anyway, next week, I didn't talk about Final Fantasy 14 this week because I was too busy to play enough to really talk about it. I am trying to get up to level 30 on my character's archer class so I can get started on the rogue class. So hopefully I want to try to do that before I really get into talking more about Final Fantasy XIV again. So I'm going to be talking about that next week. And probably also some MLB 15 the show, which I pre-ordered and should be arriving, a week from tomorrow, I think. So I'll be talking about that, if not this weekend, then next weekend.
And I'm TBD on what I'm gonna talk about. I'll find some stuff.
We'll
I'll
figure
poke around.
something out. And we are also working on figuring out some segments to bring back to the show, or just some way to get some more structure back into it. We're still just kind of rebooting, getting things figured out again. The audio has been wonky this whole episode. I've been really quiet. Aaron's been really loud. I don't know what's going on. We'll fix it in post. But I think that's pretty much going to do it for this week anyway. So if you want to find our show notes, MP3 downloads of the show, links to our Facebook, Twitter, Google+, RSS, iTunes, all of that, go to lifeisleet.com. Links to all the stuff is on there. Live stream is at lifeisleet.com/live. Follow twitch.tv/lifeisleet or any of our social media, whatnot, to find out when we go live. It's usually been Saturday afternoon, but Scott Johnson is doing a new live stream on Saturday afternoon, and I would kind of want to watch that and not be trying to go up against him with that. So we're gonna figure. We'll basically fly by whenever the two of us are available to stream for when we'll be recording for the next couple of weeks until we manage to pin down a regular time again. But yeah, just keep an eye on our Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus and everything for more info on that. My name is Jesse. I write this thing, so if anything in it at all is wrong, blame me. The stuff that I do is all at jbhanna.net or at jbhanna. Whenever I stream stuff on Twitch, it's at twitch.tv/jbhanna. Aaron is at twitch.tv/plato0. Or whenever either of us streams anything, we'll mirror it to the Life is Leet stream. So again, that's lifeisleet.com/live. If you want to contact the show with feedback, comments, recommendations, suggestions, audio attachments, any of that good stuff, you can email that to us at podcast@lifeisleet.com. That is going to do it for this week. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, for listening, for me, for Aaron, everyone in the sound of my voice. Until next time, take care.